How do you observe the psychology of the patients?
I'm very interested in their psychology actually in the treatment processes, or I'm very interested in the psychological changes in couples who have tried to have children, even if they're not in the treatment process but haven't been able to. I watch them, I try to understand them, I listen to them. First of all, there's a serious pressure on all of them. I mean, there's family pressure. Even if it's not family, they come with a pressure related to the non-fulfillment of the expectations they've created for themselves and the uncertainty of the future. This can develop in 3 months. It can also be independent of this period. It can develop in 6 months. It can also develop in 5 years. Depending on how people cope with this process, some patients postpone this problem for years, which can happen with the consensus of the spouses. It can be a silent consensus. I mean, there are patients who haven't made it an issue for 7 or 8 years and suddenly come for fertility treatment at 45, like a vaginismus couple who came recently. It shows me that people have different ways of coping with this pressure. I see that some ignore it, some because they think they can't cope, some using finances as an excuse. They avoid these processes. Those who don't avoid it come with serious stress. That's why I think the most important thing in overcoming this stress is to share objective scientific data with the patient and create a common language with the patient, no matter how serious the situation is. You know, our patients have a very high loyalty rate to us. Even if we don't get results, people trust us a lot and know that we're trying our best for them. I think I've achieved this by not manipulating scientific data and instead of playing with people's psychology, by letting them see that we are reliable people who can look objectively and stand by them with professionalism. I think this is what they need. If I were looking for this remedy, I'd want a doctor or a professional team like this, not someone who coddles me, but someone who shares the facts and methods to fight these facts. Yes, I'd want a professional group in front of me that presents the methods to me step by step.
Generally, what I see from patients is that this gives them confidence. Just recently, a patient said, "Don't be so objective with me, don't tell me anything bad, tell it in a good way." I mean, this can happen too. They're right too, because,
Yes,
you know,
they're already tense.
yes. I mean, I'm also on the side of being objective, but I can understand that because they can't take it anymore and they don't want to hear anything negative.
Well, yes, there's actually a side like that too. There are patients who expect that too, but of course, we respect everyone's expectations because they're already in a struggle. This is not something to be criticized. We can't criticize their expectations, but this is our way of doing things, our approach, the method we think they'll benefit from more and embrace the treatment. Because if you're too positive with a patient, it's impossible to help them bounce back from a negative result. So, being realistic, sharing the rates without manipulation, and clearly stating what we can and cannot do actually greatly increases patients' compliance with treatment.